we have a brand new thieving method in old school RuneScape. Well, kinda. The Rogue's Den chests have been revamped to give 7 times the XP and a huge buff to the loot table as well. And I have the perfect account to see if compared to current methods, this will be the new meta. I tested it versus all the best current methods to see if it's the best for XP or GP, and the results were actually very surprising. Blackjacking, Ardy Knights, Vyrewatch, Dorgishan chests, Elves and Pyramid Plunder. My thieving level for this started at 80 and finished at level 85, with Rogue's chest requiring level 84. So the results are very accurate as to what's the best method at this level. I did 1 hour of each, starting with the Dorgishan Rich chests, which do require level 78 thieving and give you 650 XP for each one that you thieve. Now there are 2 of these together in the northwest corner of the first floor, and they take quite a long time to reset, so you do need to thieve them and then hot worlds to repeat. The loot isn't terrible. A lot of these items are worth over 1000 GP, but there isn't one really valuable item, and banking an inventory worth 30 to 40k isn't worth doing it as it reduces your XP by so much. Now I've always thought of these chests as low intensity thieving method, but take a note of the XP per hour that you get. It ended up at 231,000, which was a huge surprise compared to the others, especially when you consider that you only need to click about every 5 seconds for this method. The downside to this method is if you start hopping worlds where other players are also looting, it can hurt your XP per hour because you can't thieve them again. Although that did only happen a couple of times to me and didn't really affect my XP by too much. So next I wanted to see how that compared to blackjacking, allegedly the best XP per hour from level 65 to level 91, but more clicks than settle fixing a railing. Unlike the chest, this does make you some money, although not a huge amount, but is pure GP and could be good for Iron Men. For the first 30 minutes I was getting 235,000 XP per hour and just under 50,000 GP, but as soon as I needed to grab some more food, something that you never ever need to do at the chest, the XP rate dropped off a lot. At the end of the hour it was down to 210,000, 20,000 less than the chest with 10 times the effort for a mere 90,000 GP. Well, it should have been 180k because some moron forgot his rogue's outfit. I can only presume that the wiki doesn't take into consideration buying more food when it calculated the XP rates. Another method commonly used for XP is the Ardy Knight, requiring just level 55 but still viable at high levels due to the huge decrease in the fail rate. After an hour I made a little bit more than blackjacking at 190,000 GP, but only gained 160,000 XP, which was 50,000 less. But what about the methods that are good for GP, because the Rogue's chests are also about the money too. So these are the lucrative training methods that you can do in thieving. Pyramid Plunder can get you a Pharaoh Scepter occasionally when looting the chest in the centre of the room, and the chance increases the high level room that you're in. Now I didn't get one, but I calculated the likelihood of actually getting one. Every run is 5 minutes, so you can do 12 per hour, and the chance of a scepter at this level is 7.6% in that time, which works out to be 228,000 GP per hour. Not really much more than blackjacking and Ardy Knight, but how did the XP compare? Well, just 167.5 thousand XP per hour, but we all know there are 2 very, very profitable methods at this level. Vyrewatch can be done at level 82, and Elves at level 85. But the problem with both of them is you spend so much time stunned. You can start off with really good rates and just go on a train of constantly getting stunned, and that's what happened here. At one point I was up to as much as 170,000 XP per hour according to the tracker before I fell off a cliff and I ended up down at 122,000 XP with 347 successful pickpockets. The value of that loot was 125,000 plus another 77k, as the loot tracker doesn't include the pouches you get. And if we add in the chance of getting 2 enhanced crystal teleport seeds, since I am this time wearing the rogue's outfit, well, the odds of that are 1 in 1024, so approximately every 3 hours, which means the average value of your loot you get here is 1.67 million GP, a huge increase on the other methods. Now compare that to Vyrewatch and the chance of pickpocketing a blood shard is significantly higher at 1 in 5,000, but they are worth a lot more, over 8.5 million GP these days. The XP was similar, starting off as high as 183k before falling down and eventually ending up at 134k, with 437 successful pickpockets, 90 more than at the Elves. The loot was 173,000 GP as it didn't keep the blood pints or the meat due to their low value, plus another 80k in pouches, so 253k in total. The chance of getting 2 blood shards is 11.44%, adding an additional 1.94 mil per hour. So before we actually test the new Rogue's chests, if you want GP, Vyrewatch is the best method at a total of just under 2.2 million GP, and if you want XP, no need to be sweaty anymore at blackjacking because it's actually doggish and chests at 231,000 XP per hour. But this is what happened when I went to the Rogue's Den. Not brought anything for now, just want to check out and see if there's anyone here. I have a feeling it might be absolutely rammed. 2 Sorrow Brews, a little bit ominous. That didn't take long, did it? With one person on you should be able to escape here. I may even escape with just 2 brews. I don't really have any armor on though, so possibly not. I made it. Oh, okay, so I'm going to go with this mage setup and I want to try something. The problem is the chests are multi and there's a huge delay when you open a chest, plus you're in combat so you can't hot weld. So I just want to try and see if something works. So my plan is, if I can freeze them here, then I can go the other side of the chest and then loot them without ever getting into combat. I thought that'd work then, but no, you can't freeze them around the other side of a chest, unfortunately. Plan B, I've got a little bit of magic gear just to be able to freeze and log out should I need to, plus some prayer gear just for the prayer bonus. And then I can just see how long I can stay for, see what the XP and GP is like, and hopefully it's not PK after PK. Being here about 5 minutes and averaging about 280,000 XP per hour, which is obviously better than the best method so far, but I'm not being interrupted, which is obviously going to change the rates. 10 minutes in, 500,000 GP worth of stuff. So at the current rate, that's 3 mil per hour. Again, better money than the other methods. And we have our first PK. I have tons of food now, so I should be good here. Finally got the log out. To be fair, he guessed really well there. He was on my backside for a long time. Gonna bank my 500,000 thing, do a few more runs, and then see how it is for a longer period. Gonna sacrifice my prayer bonuses for a little bit of range gear. If one person gets on you, it's quite easy to escape. 3 or 4 though will be a completely different matter. Wow, 30 seconds in, that's all it took this time. Again, easy log out, not much you can do. I don't know why they're solo PK, and he's got 2 keys on him, so he is killing people, but, you know, it's so easy to escape. 2 minutes in, and yet another PK. I mean, I'm just not going to get any thieving done here, am I? This side, I should be able to just run around the building and line of sight him, I think. I think I'm good here. Yep. Here's the problem with this method. When there's loads of PKs turning up like this, I'm at 100,000 XP per hour. And not much loot either. In a couple of months' time, chances are when there's less PKs here, it will be the best method for both GP and XP. Hopefully this helped you out with whether to do this or not. And I'll definitely be back myself doing this, but not for a little while.